recent videos, I've discussed the importance of moving to accrual-based accounting and why this method provides you with the best and most timely picture of how your practice is faring. Today I'm going to share another observation that, when rectified, will provide you with further mission-critical insight into your practice performance. I often hear described that my practice nets 28% or 30% or 35%. When I hear that comment, I cringe inside. In poker parlance, this is a tell. The comment indicates to me that the speaker doesn't fully understand their practice's financial performance, and here's why. If you're a practice owner, your income from your practice comes in several forms. First, of course, is your income as an optometrist. Second is your income from your business, your return on investment. All too often, these two income streams are combined, resulting in the comment that I just shared. Compensation as an optometrist and return on investment are two very different numbers. As an optometrist, you should set your own compensation at fair market value, assuming that your practice generates adequate cash flow. If you employ ODs, your personal compensation mechanics should be the same as theirs. First, this avoids discrimination. Second, it puts you on the same plane as that of your associates. This yields significant benefit as you compare the performance of all the ODs in your practice. There are 4 buckets of optometry compensation. The first is base salary. What are you paying optometrists, including yourself, as a base wage? The second element of compensation, indeed, in my opinion, the most important, is your bonus plan, which should be performance-based. In simple terms, your bonus plan must answer the question, what's in it for me? How are you going to measure exceptional performance, and what are you going to compensate for it? The third element is your benefit package, and the fourth is what we refer to as perks. That's something extra that you provide as an advantage. Perks might include association dues, a cell phone allowance, or the like. Each of these elements make up your compensation package, and in today's full employment environment, the totality of your compensation package must be at or above market to attract and retain associates. If you're paying a production-based bonus, and I hope you are, that criteria must be the same for all, including yourself. Using the same compensation system for owners as that of associates puts everyone on the same page, treated in the same way. Such a system is a hallmark of high-performing practices. That which gets measured improves. But what of your compensation as an owner? Owners should receive the benefit of ownership. It's that simple. You're taking the risk, so you deserve the reward. But if you don't separate out your optometry compensation from that of your return on investment, you're not going to fully understand your business. Here are a couple of examples why. Dr. Jones has an investment of $400,000 in his solo practice. He now produces $600,000 in revenue and pays himself a salary of $150,000. At the end of the year, his accountant provided an income statement showing that practice actually lost $30,000 after paying his salary. In this case, Dr. Jones' compensation masks the actual performance of his business. He's happy with his paycheck, but took out 25% of the business revenue while the business only earned a gross of 20%. In simple terms, Dr. Jones effectively borrowed part of his salary. Had Dr. Jones paid himself a reasonable wage that's in line with the market, let's say $100,000 per year, he'd have then shown a profit on his risk, his investment, of $20,000. He'd then know that A, he could leave the business and earn $100K as an employee somewhere else, and B, his investment of $400,000 gave him a financial return, not of $150,000, but of $20,000 or 5%. That's not stellar performance. The practice financial performance is masked by Dr. Jones' high salary. Now, Dr. Smith employs 3 optometrists besides herself. She pays each of her employed optometrists an hourly wage. She tracks their performance by simply looking at their production in relationship to their wage. Dr. Smith pays herself a salary of $200,000. After all, she is the high producer in the practice. The challenge with this mechanism is that Dr. Smith doesn't measure her own performance against the same criteria of that of her associates, because they're paid differently. Further, these employed associates are not motivated to take the extra step with the patient. There's nothing in it for them. They get paid the same no matter what. In each of these examples, the compensation system is wrongly designed. The mechanics mask the performance of the business and that of the individual optometrist. As it relates to compensation, optometrist owners wear several hats, and it's important to fully understand this. Our client files are full of instances where a change in compensation mechanics has led to dramatic change in the financial performance of the practice. Indeed, in several instances, changes to compensation mechanics have resulted in revenue and profitability increases exceeding 6 figures. At Cleinman Performance Partners, we know this to be true as we've analyzed and developed compensation systems for hundreds of practices. We can do the same for you.